woke up and the Falcons still had the W in the column, and it feels good. Welcome in, Falcons fans, to Falcons Today by Chat Sports. My name is Moose. Let's get into a little overreaction Monday on today's episode, because I'm not going to lie to you. I woke up this morning, the birds were chirping, the coffee smelled like coffee, and I woke up on cloud 9. And then I thought to myself, 6 sacks, 100 likes for each sack. Can we get 600 likes for this defense? Smash that thumbs up icon if you loved what you saw from the Dirty Birds yesterday, specifically when it came to their pass rush. I want to start today's episode by talking about the special teams. Then we'll talk a little bit about the offense, and then, of course, we'll get into the main reason why you clicked in today's defense. Parker Romo deserves all of the rounds of applause and a whole lot more. To come in your very first game as a Georgia native, playing for the team that you love, to go 5 for 5 and be as clutch as you were. I'm not going to lie to you. The Falcons have a kicker. And I already updated the depth chart. I did. I'm sorry. I had to. Parker Romo, whatever you want to call him, he's the kicker of this team now. 5 for 5. And Younghoe Koo somewhere punching the air. He's done. And I'm sorry, I don't take any pride saying that, talking about a man who's most likely going to lose his job, try to figure out another way to make a living, find another team to, be a kicker for. The truth is, though, is that the writing was on the wall. Koo has been awful since the beginning of last year. Parker Romo comes in first game and is perfect. Granted, not every single kick was perfect, but it looks the same on a scorecard. 5 for 5, long of 54, 100%, and a PAT. Comes in Sunday Night Football, biggest stage, brightest lights, and dominates. Hats off to you, Parker Romo. Welcome to the Falcons. Let's talk about Bijan, because it's one thing that I was watching a bunch of talking heads in the media yesterday that everybody was, Bijan, it was so amazing last night. We knew this. We knew Bijan was an amazing running back. It just was not nearly as good from a schematics standpoint in week 1 because Zach Robinson got stale with his play calling. But let's take a look at the run chart. A lot of green on this chart. And by the way, in case you didn't know, green means good. Red, not so good. Yellow, kind of in between. A lot of green here to look at. And I got to hand it and give credit where credit is due. Zach Robinson, as much as we need to improve the passing game, he committed to the run game against a blitz-happy Vikings defense, and it paid off for him. So I'm not going to sit here and talk so much smack about our offensive coordinator for this specific game. I'm not going to say it was great, because it wasn't. It was a really ugly performance at certain points throughout this game. But as a whole, if you look at what the Vikings do well on defense, Zach Robinson recognized that. He recognized his young quarterback was having a tough time picking up the blitz, getting the ball out quickly, and getting his reads in. This is where Zach Robinson absolutely shined. He committed to the run game. And Bijan, let's just take it a step further. He wasn't just good when he got the ball in his hands. It was after contact. He averaged 4.41 yards per carry. So he was unbelievable even after the initial contact, because he knew that in order to take the W in this game, he had to be lights out. And he was. I want to touch on another player, because I saw everybody getting into the comments real quick about Michael Penix Jr. He didn't play well. We're talking about, start 5 for Michael Penix Jr.? And I realize at times it wasn't great. Newsflash. Most quarterbacks in general, when they play Brian Flores, don't look great. This is a team that went 14-3 last year, largely in part because Brian Flores is so gifted. But he didn't play great. But he managed the game effectively. Long, sustained drives, clutch throws on third down, out in the flat, over the middle. When he needed to complete a pass, he got the job done. And some of the best characteristics for a young quarterback is when the game is not going your way, when you're not able to do what you do and dominate the passing game, manage the game, get the W. And he did that. So I'm not going to even sit here and remotely have any criticism for Michael Penix Jr. because it's the NFL. You're going up against the best in the world at their positions. You're not going to play lights out every single game. But I will ask you this. Heading into week 3 against the Carolina Panthers, will MP9 turn it around statistically? I have to think yes. Carolina Panthers defense is absolutely atrocious. So I'm looking for MP9 to absolutely turn it around. But let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Now, before I get on to the main reason that you clicked in, which is the defense, I got to tell you about my friends over at HelloFresh. This is not the HelloFresh you remember, and you may have heard of it before, but it is bigger. They have doubled their menu. You can now choose from 100 options each week, including new seasonal dishes and recipes from around the world. Dig into bigger portions that will keep everybody satisfied. It is also tastier. Get steak and seafood recipes delivered each week at no extra cost. I'm talking 3 times more seafood on the menu at no extra cost. Discover new seasonal produce each week, from snap peas to stone fruit to corn on the cob and so much more. The best way to cook just got better. Go to HelloFresh.com/FalconsChat10FM to get 10 free meals plus a free item for life. 1 per box with active subscription. Free meals applied at discount on first box. New subscribers only. Varies by plan. That's HelloFresh.com/FalconsChat10FM to get 10 free meals plus a free item for life. I'm going to have all of that ready for you in the comments and description of today's video. You know what we need to do? Let's talk defense. This was one of the most dominant performances on defense I have ever seen from a Falcons team, period. I won't say it is the most dominant. I'd have to go back and figure out games if you went back to 2016 or 1997, 2001, whatever. But this is, in the last 4 seasons, the most dominant defensive performance I have seen from a Falcons team. And the stats don't lie. They pressured J.J. McCarthy on 53.3% of dropbacks, which is the most the Falcons have had since 2018. Think about that. That is 7 years since you've had 53% of pressure rate on dropbacks. And who led him? Brandon Dorlus, interior pressure. We talked about him making sure that he was a dominant force in that center defensive line. Caden Ellis, hybrid linebacker, off ball, he could do it all. Leonard Floyd, free agent. You brought him in. He was outstanding. Zach Harrison had his best game of the season. Granted, it's only week 2. And, of course, Rook, who played great as well. I'm not going to just say those guys, though, because I think we have something special here on our hands. This rookie draft class for the Dirty Birds is ridiculous. Jalen Walker showed out. James Pearce Jr. showed his speed. Not nearly as good in the statistical category, but he was all over the place with pressure. Billy Bowman Jr. might be the home run of this entire draft class. And Xavier Watts was no slouch either. He and Billy Bowman are excellent additions to this Falcons secondary. But all these picks look really, really good. I'm not going to go out and as far as say it's a home run yet. But Terry Fontenot, Raheem Morris, and this Falcons coaching staff, you look so far like you're hitting on every single pick. Time will tell. We have to wait. But everything that I saw yesterday is indicative that that's trending in the right direction. I also saw one comment yesterday, and you're absolutely right. I got to give credit where credit is due. Easily the best Falcon through the first 2 weeks on defense, and it's not close. It's Divine Diablo. Week 1 against Tampa Bay Buccaneers, he was sensational. And yesterday showed more of the same. 4 tackles and a PBU, absolutely commanding the middle of the field. He's got eye discipline. He can do it in the run-stopping game. His pass defending was even better than it was against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. There is not one thing through the first 2 weeks that I have any complaints about with Divine Diablo. My only ask is that you do more of it as the weeks go on. So before I end today's episode, which Atlanta Falcons defender has impressed you the most? I think you just got my answer. It's Divine Diablo. There's so many that are like right there. Billy Bowman, Xavier Watts, Brandon Dorless played great yesterday. Hell, I mean, everybody got in and ate a little bit. But I'm going to stick my claim for Divine Diablo. Either way, you let me know in the comment section down below. That's going to do it for us on this Overreaction Monday. Overarching thoughts are that the Falcons have a defense, and I am on cloud 9 today. If you feel the same way, don't forget to hit that thumbs up icon. Remember to get down in the comment section, subscribe to the channel, and as always, rise up and be cool.